Hey, what's up, everybody? Todd here with Zilla Fantasy Elite. Sorry about the mic moving there. I just wanted to send out a quick video. I'm going to be out of country actually for the week 3 update here. I did put in all of the information, so I just want to get a video out as of Tuesday afternoon, what everything looks like. We got Thursday night football here, New York Giants at San Francisco, currently 10-point home favorites for San Francisco. You can see the opportunities here. Let's actually get into full screen mode so you can see everything. And hopefully I've given you enough information throughout all of the history of these shows to do some of the analysis. Red-green matchups are the ones that you really want to pay attention to. 4 versus 30. So San Francisco's pass rush should be able to get after New York Giants. That's kind of how that works. Similar to San Francisco's offensive pass protection, should be very heavily in favor of San Francisco having time to throw. More time to throw equals good for the quarterback to drop back and throw bombs. I would expect Ayuk to have a good game. That's kind of how this works. Let's get into the next one. Sunday early game. Chargers, Minnesota, dead even at the moment in terms of Vegas line. 54 game total, number 1 on the slate. 4th best teams. You can see the values here. I'm just going to scroll through all of these. Tennessee at Cleveland. Cleveland 3-point home favorites. Here you go. There's the ones that you need to do. Pause if you need to. Sunday early, we got Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville are 9.5-point home favorites there. Next one, New York Jets at New England. One of the worst games on the slate here, 37th, 12th rated game actually overall, which is the worst on the main slate, and 16th and 22 team totals there. But there you go. There's the lines and the matchups. Next one, New Orleans at Green Bay. Green Bay, 2-point home favorites. Pause if you need to. Heading on to the next one, Denver at Miami. It's a higher score one here, 2nd best on the slate. Some red-green matchups here. Take advantage of those. Buffalo at Washington. Buffalo coming in as 6.5-point home favorites. Next one on the list, Atlanta coming into Detroit. Dome game, 4th best one on the main slate. Detroit 3-point home favorites. Indianapolis at Baltimore, still on the main slate here. 5th best game on the slate. Baltimore 8-point home favorites as of Tuesday. Carolina at Seattle. Getting into the late games here. First one on the slate. Seattle 5.5-point home favorites. Next one on the slate, heavily mismatched. Dallas going into Arizona. Dome game. Dallas 12.5-point road favorites. Just keep in mind about 90% of the time that there's a 10 or more Vegas line on the road team. So Dallas is favored by 10 or more points. 90% of the time, that underdog, that home underdog that's an underdog by 10 or more points, 90% of the time they cover that spread. So as lopsided as this seems, don't be surprised if Arizona does keep it within the 12.5-point spread, FYI. Sunday late game, number 1 team total on the slate is Kansas City here. Kansas City 12.5-point home favorites over Chicago there. Then we're getting into Sunday night football. So this is an island game. Pay attention to these. It's a close game. Las Vegas, 2.5-point home favorites over Pittsburgh. And then we have Monday Night Football. We do have the team totals for this because it's similar to week 2 where we have 2 Monday night games. Phillies going into Tampa Bay, 5.5-point road favorites. It's the number 1 game on the Monday night slate. Philly is number 1 team. Tampa Bay, that is 4th best team. And lastly, Monday Night Football should be a good one here, provided Joe Burrow plays, but the Rams, 2-point road underdogs heading into Cincinnati as a 2-point home favorites there. Second and third best team total on the slate. Second best out of 2 on the Vegas game total for Monday Night Football. Unfortunately, this is all that's going to go out for week 3. I just wanted everyone to be aware. I know people have reached out asking where week 1 was and whether or not I was going to be continuing this year. I am. I have to wait until week 1 completes to get the data. So week 2 and beyond, I should have these out. I won't be in the country for Saturday night recording. So I got this out now. Keep in mind, this is Tuesday. These lines change, injuries and stuff happen, but you at least have the offensive, defensive matchups. Should be good. Hopefully I've given you enough information throughout these to understand how to kind of think about these matchups, but I wanted to get that out for everybody who was looking for those. Really appreciate you. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do so. Have a good one. Bye.